Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video will be on this circular umbrella gown for our princesses, and if this is your first time of stopping by, do wait to hit on the subscribe button, join the family. And to my old subscribers, I say thank you very much for all your support. So without wasting so much time, let's get straight into the video. So in today's video will be on umbrella gown and this is the fabric we'll be using. So the first thing we're going to do is to open up this fabric. So once I open up the fabric, from the length of it, that's the longer side that you have your yards, that you measure your yards, you're going to fold over this way. So remember, you are folding towards where you want to measure. If you want to measure how many yards your fabric is, so the longest part of the of your anchor. So you're going to fold this way. Okay, guys. So when you fold the lengthwise, so what you're going to be folding is the length of your fabric, the length of the full gown plus 10 to 12 inches. That's the full length of your gown plus 10 to 12 inches. So once you fold this, we're going to go ahead and then fold over this way. We're going to go ahead and fold over this way as a triangle. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange my pieces. Once I fold, I'm going to go ahead and pin this place. So guys, this is what we have. You can see is a full triangle. So what you're going to be doing is to make sure that this place is straight towards you. That is straight facing you. Okay guys, I'm done folding my fabric in a triangular form. So the next thing is to determine where and make sure that this place is straight facing you. So I'll go ahead and determine where my shoulder measurement plus my stitching allowance falls in. And I have the points here, so I'll go ahead and connect this line straight. Once I connect this line, from here I'm going to go ahead and determine where my bust point falls in, or let's work on the shoulder slope and the rest before we continue. So for my shoulder slope, I'm going down by 0.75, and then I'll go ahead and connect this to my starting point. Once I am done with that, for my neckline, I am kind of using a wide neckline, so I'll be doing 3.5 inches by 4 inches. So this is for the front neckline. We will be marking the back neckline later as we continue with the video. So this is my back neckline. Then I'll go ahead and determine my bust point, which is at 7.5 inches. I'll connect this line straight. So once I am done with this, at this bust point, I'm going to go ahead and mark my bust measurement divided by 4. So let's connect the armhole point. So I'll mark my bust measurement divided by 4 here, which is 8.5 inches. And then I'll go ahead and I'll add 1.5 for ease, and then 1 inch stitching allowance. So I'll go ahead and connect my armhole. So this is what we have after we are done. But because this is a circle gown, from this our starting point, from this shoulder line, I'm going to measure the length of my gown. So the length of my gown is 35 inches. So still placing my tape at the starting point, that's the shoulder line. I just hope that you guys can see this. I'll go ahead and measure the length of my gown plus my stitching allowance. If you don't have enough fabric to measure this, please check my channel. I have a tutorial on how you're going to join this. So once you measure that, then from the starting point, you then place your tape at this starting point, and then you're going to measure what you have. Remember, we've already placed our tape here and mark our full length of the gown, but now we are placing this from this pointing edge, and we are going to measure that point that we just marked. So let's measure what we have there. So we have about 45 inches. So this 45 inches, I'm going to be using it to mark round, just like we mark our flay. But why marking is, remember we measured the 45 inches from here. So that's where we are going to be placing our tape, and we'll now mark 45 inches all around. I hope you guys get this. So I'll go ahead and start marking this. So remember, our tape is placed at the tip of this gown. So I'll mark 45 inches and then I'll keep moving. Remember, our tape is still placed at the tip of this triangle. I'll keep moving just like we mark our flay. I'll keep moving. Then I'll connect my point. So now I'm going to continue this till I get to the end. So guys, this is what we have. You can see it's in a flay form. So once I am done with that, from this pulse point, I'm now going to slant this to meet that end. So this is a flay gown. So this is what we have. So I'll go ahead and cut this out and then we'll adjust the neckline. So for the back neckline, because I want us to cut the back neckline first before cutting this front one. So for the back neckline, I am going down by 1.5 inches. Remember I said I don't want it to be like fitted on the neck. In fact, I'm going to be increasing this neckline. Remember, it's not going to have a zipper. I don't want the child to struggle with wearing it. But if you want yours to have a zipper, you can reduce the neckline. So I'm going to increase this front one as well. So I'll be doing 4.5 inches. Yes, that's how wide I want it to be. I don't want the child to struggle, and this style is for a 9 to 10-year-old. Then for the back one, I am doing 1.5 inches. By the time I stitch it, I'll have at 2 inches. So I hope you understand this. So I increased the front width by 1 inch extra. I have 4.5 inches here. Then the width, the length, as the depth is 4 inches. So 4.5 inches by 4 inches. Then the back one is 1.5 by 4.5 inches. I hope. So let's go ahead and cut out our facing. So I've already folded my fabric that I'll be using to cut my faces. Then I'll place the front side of my gown, of this flay gown, on it. I'll make sure the center front matches and my center neckline matches. I'll pin that down and also pin my shoulder line down. And then my armhole area, I'll pin it down. So this facing is going to extend towards the armhole. If you look at my fabric, you see my fabric extended towards the armhole. So I want to use the facing to turn the armhole and the neckline. So I'll cut this way, or however I want the length, the facing, how long I want the facing to be. So let's go ahead. So guys, this is my back bodies, and this is my facing for it. I'm done cutting it. So I'll go ahead and open this up to the front side. Then I'll pick up my back bodies and my back facing. I'll place it this way. I'll be doing front facing front, and then I'll stitch by 1/2 inch all round. Once I am done with this I'll do the same thing for the front one. So guys, I'm done stitching the armhole, the neckline, sorry. So I'll go ahead and make notches around it. If you have iron at this point, please go ahead and iron your pieces. But if you don't, let's continue with our tutorial of this flay gown. So once you turn it to the right side, what you're going to be doing is to do front facing front. Once I place it front facing front, I'll pick up the two shoulders. I'll open the same side this way, mash it together. I'll pin that area down, and then I'll stitch from the end to the end, from one end to the other, and I'll do the same thing for this other side. Okay guys, so this is the shoulder line. I'm done stitching it, and then I cut out a bit of excess here so that it's not too bulgy. So when you turn it to the right side, look at what you have. So this is the wrong side of the fabric. You can see it's well stitched, and this is the front side. So once we are done with that, we're going to go ahead and work on our armhole. So for that, I'll open up my fabric this way. If you've been following this channel, this is no more new to you. So I'll fold it this way. Once I get to this end, I'll take the facing, turn it over to the back, and then from this under, I'll take off the main fabric. I'll place the seam line, seam whatever, where you stitched. I'll make sure both of them are matching, and then I'll go ahead and pin it down. Make sure you don't pin the fabric inside. Once I pin that down, I'll go ahead and bring in every side of the fabric. The one inside should be pushed in. Then I'll go ahead and stitch from this one side of the armhole to the shoulder to the other side of the armhole. Then I'll repeat the same process for the other side. So guys, this is what we have after I was done. So after you are done stitching it, you just pull it out from one side of the gown. I forgot to film that part, but if you've been following my channel, you must have seen me do this. So you just pull it from one side of the shoulder. But if your shoulder is too tiny, please don't do this type of armhole. You are going to find it difficult to pull out. So even this is a bit difficult because the shoulder is not too big. So this is what we have. The next thing I'm going to be doing is I decided to add pockets to my. These days I've been in love with pockets, so I'm going to be measuring from my shoulder line. So this joining is our shoulder, so I'll measure from here to my half length, and my half length is 14 inches. So I'll make a mark there. I don't have my tape around me now, so I'll just measure this when I get out of here. So I'll just show you guys what to do. So you measure 14 inches, and then you bring in one of your pockets, you turn it to the right side. You're going to place it this way, front facing front, from that half length, from that 14 inches, wherever it is. Then you're going to stitch by ½ inch. Once you're done with this, you do the same thing for the other side, and then for the back bodies. So yeah, we have 4 pieces of pockets here. So you're going to attach it to the 4 sides of this gown. So guys, this is what we have after I'm done with all the pockets. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, so for this facing, so you have to do is to serge here, and then use your hemming gum to hold it in place, or you can just put it this way, attach your hemming gum this way, and fold it in this way, whichever works for you. So let's go ahead and stitch on this side. So remember we added 1 inch stitching allowance. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange my side well, and then I'll stitch from the armhole to here, and then I'll stitch this way, this way, this way, and then all the way to the end. And I'll do the same thing for the other side. Once I am done, I'll go ahead and hem this way, folding into, or you can just serge this and then fold once. So guys, this is what we have after we are done. I'm done hemming it, and that's all for this style. I hope you find value in it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you do. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Share my videos to family and friends, and please wash my ads, and I will see you in my next videos. Thank you so much for watching.